Hello everyone, welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot and Astrology. I'm Denise, and this is our weekly reading to check into as much of what I can see about what's going down with Trump for the week. So it's of course October 9th, Sunday from the 9th through Saturday the 15th. And will we see some justice this week? That's always my prayer. Love and justice, right? It's all the same. So anyway, let me bring the camera down from overhead, or bring it over my table here, and get this going. Okay, hold on. Okay, to start us off, I decided to use the Mood Tarot because I need some laughs. It's been a long time we've been dealing with this, right? I mean, my goodness. 2015 to 2022. Oh. So, I'm going to do my usual spread. I'll talk you through it. And there's going to be little, what do you call thought bubbles on these cards. You can either read them or not pay any attention to them. I'm going to probably read them aloud to you if it seems to actually, give us meaning, or if it's really funny. But I'll also give the, of course, the traditional Rider-Waite meanings. Yeah. So, Trump is having some really challenging transits going on too, astrologically, which I have tons of notes, but I don't know if I feel like going into it today. It might make the video way, way, way too long. So, just to know, Mars is on his Sun, North Node, and Uranus. The full moon coming in tomorrow is in Aries, ruled by Mars. Mars rules the military, could be FBI, Department of Justice, all of that. Maybe. And I'm kind of wondering, is the DOJ going to issue another, will there be another like FBI search warrant going into all of his other properties? Because, I mean, they have photographs of pallets. Like, I saw 4 pallets stacked, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 boxes high, wrapped up in, shrink wrap to move out of the White House. And it wasn't the, I forget the name of the organization that's supposed to, move him out. He moved himself out, I guess, at the last minute. Kind of like Dick Cheney did back in the day. I remember that. And then he had to go out in a wheelchair, all that baloney. But anyhow, so let's see what's going to come through this week. And probably, I'm hearing that on the 13th, which I think is Thursday, I don't know. I'm hearing that the January 6th committee will have another hearing. So he has that to look forward to. But anyway, back to Mars, like on his Sun, which is his solar essence, which brings in tons of energy and activation, and for him, he may self-destruct, And Uranus, Mars on Uranus, that's like explosive, right? On his natal, so Mars on his natal Uranus, North Node, and Sun is going to be there. It's there now, and it's going to be there all the way through to about March 15th. So he has that to look forward to. Like within that range, he will be activated. And all in his, 11th house of, like, what is it? Clans. Wait, hold on. Is it 10th? Yeah, it's 11. Uranus is in his 10th on the cusp. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I have all my crazy little notes here, but I might go into it later. I'm just looking at it and wondering what it's going to bring. So, but let's ask the cards. So Trump's 9th to the 15th, maybe a little further out. October 9th to the 15th. And further on out. Okay, so the forces in motion in his life. Okay, definitely going to read this one out loud. We could also put Adderall there. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Chad of mind bullets. Yeah, this is the Knight of Swords. Things are moving really quickly in his life, whether he wants it or not. Yeah, that's Mars. Wow. Mars in Gemini, no less, right? Oh, hold on, let me check. I have my teaching deck down here. Let's see. What is actually the ruler of this card? I do not, even after all these years, I do not have these things memorized. The majors, yeah, but come on, here we go. All right, let's get to the night. Thanks for bearing with me. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's just basically, you know, fire and air, which is Mars and Gemini. Yeah, that's right. I always have to remember the what do you call the court cards are all the knights are fire, and then whatever element. So of course this is air because the swords are air. Okay, what's his biggest challenge this week? Like if that's not enough, right? What's his biggest challenge? Being a crybaby. I'm a frog under all this armor. Also, though, with, so again, back to, we have two knights. So this is the movement of, because it's a knight, the movement of emotions. So he's going to be pretty emotionally reactive this week. He's not going to be able to hold it together, I don't think. Because, you know, when it comes in a challenge position, you read it as a, what do you call, reversal, which is manipulation. You know, he's coming in with, or other people are coming to him trying to manipulate him. It's sometimes, too, because the pages and the knights can definitely bring in news. It could be really bad news coming in. Could even have something to do with, what's-her-face, his Hobag wife, that, you know, maybe he finds out she's been cheating on him, because this is, you know, when the Knight of Cups comes through reversed, it's my card for cheaters. Other people cheating on him? Of course he deserves that. Bad news? Of course he deserves that. Heartbreak? Of course he deserves that. Disappointment? Oh yeah. Okay, so let's do, I'll do 2 cards here for his plans, and then 2 cards for his actual actions. Okay, so whatever he's planning, jeez, okay. Yeah, and then his actual actions, okay. Let me get them all laid out, and then we'll talk about it. His karma that's hanging over him, he's not going to be able to get out of no matter what. No, it's this one up here. Okay. Right. Yeah. Oh, look, another rabbit hole, it says. Okay, and then I'll do 4 cards. I'm like working around my shelves here, sorry. 4 cards for his future. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let me get these out of the way. Okay. So we can kind of like section these off. These 4 go together. This column goes together as plans. This column is actions. And then future. 8 of Cups, 2 of Cups. And I didn't allow for reversal so that you guys can read the funny little captions. Oh, good. We have plenty of room down here for closed captioning. Okay. Which you guys have to turn on yourself to get that going. YouTube's done an awesome thing with transcribing. Although I've heard you guys tell me that they turn my words into funny words because I'm not enunciating clearly. I need better strategery like George W., right? Anyway, okay. Chopstick time. So, the forces in motion in his life are moving very quickly. He has terrible relationship karma. He has self-sabotaged in relationship. He's probably using Adderall or Coke or anything he can get his hands on to get him going in the morning. And I do believe he uses other drugs to get him to sleep at night. And underneath it all, I am going to take what it says here. I'm a frog under all this armor. I think he is feeling vulnerable. And I do think that he's attracting people who are not going to be faithful to him. What he's been planning, look at this. It says, that tower, oh, bam, bitch, okay. That tower was full of black mold and cocaine, thieving ghosts anyway. Wow. So, I don't know if he's planning on blowing something up. I mean, this card is ruled by Mars traditionally, and then Uranus later on when, we discovered that planet. He has Sun conjunct Uranus, and Mars is right there on top of all of that transiting. He's planning on blowing something apart. He's planning on creating more crisis in his life, actually, with the tower. He's planning on making some big change. He may be unconsciously destroying himself, right? Whether he's planning it or not, this is our card of a very, painful loss and something blown apart, a big drastic change. And then what's it hanging over? Well, it's money. He's probably pretty tapped out except for all his money laundering, except for those ways. I don't know what else he could be. Where else is he getting his money? Are there that many people going to stay at his resorts? So anyway, these are his plans. Do whatever he can, even if it creates crisis, to get the money he wants. When it comes to what he's actually going to be doing, I think he's going to be, this is so boring, I should go be a pirate. But this is my card for negotiating. He's, spinning those plates. The actions is, he's going to be up and down, emotional roller coaster that plays out in his actions being an emotional roller coaster. I hope that this means he would be someday making license plates, but that's just my dream. The Eight of Pentacles has to do with working. This says diligently filling orders for the Dark Lord. Yeah, he's done that all his life, hasn't he? Oh, God. Okay. So his plans and actions, it's all right here. Trying to blow the things apart, everything he can do just to get the money in. He'll always work to get the money in, and that's been his MO all his life. The karma that's hanging over him, we have the Three of Pentacles. It says, thank fuck you guys are here. My last team was a bunch of dumb dicks. Oh. What's hanging over him, I think, could be losing some attorneys, maybe. Or they're taking his money and acting like they're working for him, but they're really not. Whoa. Now, this is also, of course, you guys know, this is, the dark money card when it comes to political readings. So that karma is hanging over him. And the Hermit card says, oh, look, another rabbit hole. His karma is that he will be pushed inside to self-examine him, or do some self-examination, reflection. It says, retreat to yourself. I think he's really just going to be pretty alone and isolated. That's the way I'm reading that. Now, his future, this says, fuck it. Sorry, you guys, if you don't like my potty mouth. I apologize ahead of time. He's going to be walking away from something that he can't do anything about. Interesting. Now, what's he going to be walking away from? Relationships. It says, I brought you a cup of my love juice. Ooh. I brought you a cup of my love juice. You two are sick. Yeah, okay. So walking away from relationships that won't give him what he wants anymore, because remember, things are blowing apart over here. Even though this is his plans and actions, well, they were probably set up way ahead of time. And then further on into the future, what does this say? Better luck next time, and also you're drunk. Oh, okay. See, you don't even need to read these cards reversed. The World card has to do with, it could be walking away from the world. He's self-isolating and he's lonely. Rejection is here. And then relationships that are the only ones that he is in are the ones that, they are sick. We're talking dependency, codependency, people that want his money, people who are mentally ill like he is. And then by the end of the week, something could be complete. It is possible. Okay, and then we have the Lover's card. It says, I told you to pick where you want to eat. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but when I chose forbidden fruit, you couldn't have told me it causes love-crushing flatulence. The guy's going, what? Who, me? Okay. So, yeah, well, in his future, yeah, that makes sense. Interesting. Let's see what was at the bottom of the deck. I'm still wondering about, maybe I'll have to use a Kipper. Oh, so here we go at the bottom of the deck. I have the, in this deck it's a dumbass. It's the Fool card. It's actually one of my favorite cards in the deck. I love the Fool. But let's play Splat. You go first, it says. Okay. And then, yeah, trust me or become a kebab. This could be Letitia James. I'm pretty sure she's a Gemini. And Fonnie Willis, I can't remember. She might be a Gemini as well. But this is definitely a air card. Receptive air. So, yeah, interesting. So there could be more than one thing coming out this week. I do feel he's definitely going to be kind of skewered. Is that the right way to say that? Skewered with the J6 committee. But of course, they can't do, they just do the recommendations. But the DOJ is doing its thing already. So, you know what? Before I go to the Kipper, let's use the Russian deck. Okay, and it is, hold on, I'm sorry, let me grab, here we go. It is this deck. Visions of Life Tarot. And again, I'll just leave them upright. Chopstick over here. Okay. What's coming down on him this week? What is coming down on him this week? I'll just do 5 cards. Will we see any more searches, search and seizures of any of his properties? Or maybe that'll be like, you know, into the future. But will we see any this week? Because to have that full moon coming in his 9th house of courts of law and legal affairs, you know, there's a spotlight shining there. Because, you know, full moon's up here in the 9th, and then the sun is down here in the 3rd, which is, you know, could be all of his little communities of Trump org. But it is Sun conjunct Venus there. But then the the Mars ruled Aries moon is also conjunct Chiron, which is not good for him. And he's having his Chiron opposition at this time in his life, which, you know, only happens about every 50 years. Yeah. Or no, I'm sorry, 25 years. We got our Chiron return at 50 to 51. So the opposition would be that every, 25. Or 25 years after. Yeah, well, that makes sense because he's 76 now, is that it? Yeah. So anyway, I'll let the astrology go. Let's draw some cards. You know, and we do know that he's using, what's his face, Clarence Thomas, which he truly needs to recuse himself if anything goes to the Supreme Court. But let's see, what is Trump's week with this deck? Balance, temperance. Yeah, he's not temperate. Conflict, 5 of Wands. Yeah, conflict over the money. 3 of Pentacles again. Trying to get teamwork with the money. We've got, I doubt he's on an exercise bike. We have the Chariot there coming in, so just probably more travel. Yeah, he's just doing everything he can to create some financial stability. All right, I'm going to do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, and I may not need to use a Kipper. I want to know, is he going to be raided again? Or actually, it was lawful search and seizure, so we can't say raided. But we'd like to, right? Okay. Okay. So what do we have here? And you guys feel free to chime in. These cards, this deck is very, very intuitive. You can just look at the pictures. You don't need to know the meanings of the cards. So you feel free to comment if you see something I missed or you want to reinforce something. Or I usually do miss quite a little bit. Okay, so with our theme here, it looks to me like, yeah, he's doing his best to bring in some money and support with the 3 of Pentacles there. With the High Priestess here. Yeah, so he's trying to keep it secret. Maybe he will have secret. Now this is another interesting thing. I'm wondering if they were going to come in and try and get him. Or get looking for more documents, right? Even though we know he's a hoarder, and even though we don't, at least I don't fully believe that they gave him, actual, actual documents that could really matter, because they knew from the get-go he was dirty. Why they even let him in there, I have no idea. I guess they don't want to upset the apple cart with our electoral system, I suppose. Anyway, I digress. So, bringing the money in secretly. I don't think he uses a computer, but that's, that's neither here nor there. When we come to the meaning of, maybe it's just him reflecting back on who's loaned him money in the past and how can he get some more, and secretly. Or it could be people secretly reaching out to him. I'm not sure about that. With the temperance knighting down here, yeah, this I really do feel because there's like a triad 3 going on here. Esoterically, I can feel it. So there's a just trying to bring in money that anybody he was used to getting money from. Now maybe this, with the secrets from the high priestess, maybe this has everything to do with money laundering, right? And then these 2 cards, Knight down here to this one, financial stability, the Ace of Pentacles. And I mean, just look at the image on this card. I mean, it's a bit of like, oh, where's the money coming in? Oh no, we don't talk about that, right? The dude's on a throne, and it's a red throne. Could it be, right? Could it be his lifelong connection with Russia, and his dad's connection with Russia? Could something like that be coming out? I mean, someday we know it, but Craig Unger certainly knows it. The books what was it, House of Trump, House of Putin, and there was another one too that I can't remember the name of. Anyway, so he's trying to make progress. He could have some progress. Some people could be bringing him money. Oh, I'm so slow sometimes, you guys. They're probably yelling by now. This is his grifting. This is his ability to grift off his people online, sending him those damn emails 5 times a day. Oh, just $5 or whatever, or But we do have disappointment coming behind it, and this is. Oh my God. This is the Tower card again. We have the Tower card again. And look at this, I think it's supposed to be an attorney that's, getting to the wife, and that's why the scales are down there, But legally things are going to be blown up. Because this spread was about what will he be experiencing. Maybe a growth of things, progress of things that are blowing up. And then we do have to laugh because he was seen, what's her name? Oh, I can't remember her name, the beautiful black woman that used to work for him. Omarosa, I can't pronounce her last name. Anyway, she said she saw him eat paper before. Yeah, wow. So he's going to have so there's competition and conflict over getting the money in. So I'm thinking that his grifting isn't working so much anymore. And then he keeps going with the Chariot. He's going to travel, he's going to be doing rallies, but somebody's coming after him too. Look at that. Somebody's coming in to try and get to that. She's like headed towards a cupcake or whatever, but this is what's happening to him this week. So some decision, if it's not this week, it's soon after. And then we have the Eight of Cups again. So we have the Tower and the Eight of Cups twice, and the Three of Pentacles twice. Interesting. This one is the Ace of Swords, even though the decisions are about, money, looks like. Bottle caps or money, I don't know. I think it's money. Because this deck was created in Italy, but then printed in Russia. So anyway, and I wrote in the little, you guys probably already know that, but if you're new to my channel, I had to write in which, the pip cards, I had to write in which ones they were because I couldn't figure it out. It's in the little book, but I couldn't figure it out by just looking at the pictures sometimes, at the images, at the artwork. So, Eight of Cups. If we just look at the art, you can't see any more. You can't get bigger. You can't get a bigger look into. This is the best that can be done. On another level, Eight of Cups is people making the decision to walk away from his attempt to grift, because we have lots of disappointment, cheating, conflict. Yeah, right? I mean, I wonder, do you think there'd be very many people in Florida donating now, if they ever were? Okay, what was at the bottom? Ooh, Five of Pentacles, poverty. Yeah, this goes, definitely. Okay, poverty and oh, look at this. Poverty, Five of Pentacles, he's got his hand out trying to grift, online. These are his people that do the work for him, sending out those emails. Eight of Swords, restrictions. Four of Swords, isolation. I'll just keep going. And uncertainty. The other one was conformity. Delusion. Yeah. It's not going to be a good week for him. Wow. So interesting. So no matter which cards I use, it does look like he's going to have one of those weeks of feeling alone and isolated. And, oh man, look at that battle going on inside his head. Yeah, can't make a decision. He's been in so much denial all his life. The battle in the brain, man, look at that. Yikes. Okay, so let me put these away quickly, and I think I will do, now you don't have to stick around for this part of it, or you can come back and look at it later if you want. But I do want to check in with the Kipper just because of the legal. I want to see the legal ramifications. I want to see what's going to happen with the January 6th hearing coming out. I may have checked on it last week. I can't remember. I'm still curious. Curiouser and curiouser. Okay. Hang in there with me. I'm going to do 21 cards. Oops. Okay. All right. Okay, so success, bonds, ooh, restrictions, whether he's locked up or not, I don't know. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's right, I do have to scooch these up, just so that the third row will fit. Now there's the J6 committee card right there. Okay, now this will go faster, I think. Oh, I didn't notice that before. Yeah, I often get that card for him. Yeah, his health is really causing him problems. And then his reputation with foreign... hold on, I'm sorry, guys. Let's do this. Let's forget about the numbers and focus on the cards. Okay. There we go. I can't put my camera up any higher unless I do a bunch of other rigging stuff, and I'm taking it up and down is a pain. Okay, here we go. Oh, there's Ivanka. Or it could be Judge Cannon. I have to tell by the rest of the cards. Oh, yeah. Okay, so as far as the January 6th hearing goes, they're going to be checking into the I'm going to read the four corners first. They're going to be checking into the long vision. They might be bringing in some information about foreign relations, but this is going to tie up and bring together the big vision, most of all, that they now have after all of this investigation. But when I add these two cards together and with the reputation card in the center, I see foreign relations and bonds. So they may have some information coming out about that. That restricts him in the future. And yeah, and this is a timing card for a few months. It could be something they've been working on for the last few months. And again, you know, the successful, loyal bonds that brought a lot of money in, foreign relationship-wise. Okay, and then this is the J6 committee. They've had to go through a little bit of a down patch, but they've been gathering the cheating, the deception, the way he had tried to evade the whole, January 6th conflict and act like it wasn't on him. Well, it was. And they may have information as to how it's a big autocratic, dictator type move that he got from Putin. Wow. Communications, everything in there in the center. And then further on, so the January 6th committee has gone back and forth, and they have taken their time to obsessively go over every little detail. And that's not going to go well for him at all. Okay, so these three cards here definitely spell out, okay, so, oh my goodness. I don't know if they're going to say it, but I see money laundering and human trafficking and the people that are bonded together with these four cards. And I see the cost. They will have communications, audio tapes, text messages. They will have everything they need as far as details as to what this cost, or what the January 6th insurrection cost the United States of America. And maybe they'll touch into how expensive it was to have all of these, all the different states like Georgia and Arizona and Pennsylvania maybe even Wisconsin, all the different states that had to go through their voting, the ballots, have the recounts over and over. I think Georgia did it three times, I believe. But anyway, so communications about lying and cheating, and there will be restrictions. I mean, I'd love to see him being locked up. If it's not him, it's going to be the people who have been in bed with him, who have been committed to him, his business partnerships, who made money off of him, who've been very, so I'm feeling like Roger Stone, of course, what's his name, Weisselberg, he's going, and, the goods are there. Weisselberg is going to Rikers this month. Probably Steve Bannon, if he's not already locked up. I totally forgot what's going on with him. But it looks to me like, yeah, the human trafficking right here. I'm wondering if something comes out about that. And all the people that were connected, because, I mean, my goodness, the human trafficking card, knights to the deception, and then the poverty, the slavery. These cards are human trafficking. On one level, this is him and his bad health. And there's a lot of daily upkeep to just try and keep himself a little bit balanced so that he can function. And then I think he does use all the drugs he can to get him up and going, up and rolling, and then to do the rallies and the things that he wants to do, backing people. But he's going to fall apart at some point. He's either going to stroke out or have a heart attack. So I don't know if it's going to be this week, but if this card is not health, then it's just like a down patch where you're not very ambulatory. It's like our Four of Swords card, but worse. What is some new? And then again, with the human trafficking, children, people, deception. Right here. Slavery, imprisonment, secrets. This card, the imprisonment card, is also about secrets and deep, dark things coming up. Wow. It's also our card for being very isolated, as well as this one. So yeah, so he's not able to grift. There's grifting with these cards here, and he's not able to get it done. This, I feel, is Clarence Thomas. And that's maybe not going to work so well. Let's see, this line here with the January 6th committee, on another level, this would be somebody like maybe Benny Thomas or Adam Schiff, or it could, the mature man can stand in for so many different people who are wise and supportive. And because it's touching the J6 card, and they've been working on it for so long, I don't think it's going to go well for him. They have the details. So I'm reading like a different layer here from their point of view. Because if he's in the center in this 9 box around here, it tells me they've been obsessively gathering the details. And it's going to cause problems for, I mean, I think these people who've been working in the January 6th committee, I think they've been horrified, and it's been a big, awful thing that they've had to go through. And it may have even bothered their health on some levels, because it's an awful thing to go through. This is, you know, Trump has created so much trauma. Okay, this 9 box here tells me that the J6 committee will have video, tapes, communications, everything that they need, recordings, emails, texts, on people who are in bed with him. And maybe this is all about his grifting that is now causing problems. Well, of course it's been causing problems when people don't have that much money and they give it to them anyway. That has to catch up with you later on. Wow. Because I mean, I was reading pretty much was just focusing on the J6 committee, but I'm wondering, has Ivanka, is there something more that Ivanka has said that they are going to release? Because there's a gift here from her. I'm wondering also if this is a stand-in card for Eileen Cannon. And she's not doing well with the information that's coming out, even though I was trying to just focus on the January 6th committee, but now I'm kind of wondering, because there's a lack of information for somebody of her stature, if that's her, you know, to support him. It's not happening. There's a little bit of something, but it's not enough. On one level, that's how I'm reading that 9 box square there. To go to this 9 box here, his fortune is restricted. His ability to bring in money is restricted. He still has his loyal, you know, people who've been in bed with him to make the money. But they're all overseas. They're all connected that way. But honestly, this 9 box here, the only really negative card, or the only actual negative card, is this one here, which shows a restriction, but also secrets coming out. I think that's what this 9 box is about. It's secrets coming out. New secrets coming out about foreign connections and how much money they've made, or the just bringing it out that a lot of money was made. So I think that's all I'm seeing here. Yeah. Oh, let me see what's at the bottom of the deck. I have Melania maybe wanting a divorce because she's sick of the distraction. She just wants to stay home by herself. I don't know, she's hanging out with a military dude. Maybe she has a Secret Service dude on the side. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Okay, well, this reading has gotten really long. Oh, high five if you made it to the end. Take good care. You guys have a really wonderful weekend. Okay, bye.